gotta put this bitch on vibrate. Yours on vibrate? Who can say where the road goes? Where the day comes, only time. And who can say where the road goes, where the flow goes? I'ma put coke up my nose. I get these hoes. No, I really don't. I might say I do, but I know inside I don't. I never had game like that. Never had spit like that. Never knew how to talk to a female like that. So what I did is, I went funny. I got a little soft like a bear named Gummy. And then I went and told...
Little soft like Gummy. Put the coke on my gums. Give me nummies. On my tonguey. Yeah.
And who can say where the road goes? Where the day comes, only time. That's an awesome intro.
That's a nice, beautiful song.
Welcome to another episode of the IGS podcast. We're getting better at our song making every time, every day. One day we're gonna be on the top charts, motherfuckers.
The reason that came about was we were setting up, and I was fucking randomly singing it, and then Chris told me how he was also randomly singing it today in the sauna, and it was weird that we were both today just with no other fucking communication besides thinking of linking up together later and stuff. We didn't talk about anything else. We were both thinking about that today. Kind of strange.
I wonder if it's a coincidence. Maybe we were both running short on time, and we just thought of a song with time, but mine had nothing to do with time. I was in the steam room at the Westminster. What the fuck do you call it?
The Vasa, the gym.
No, the rec center.
Oh, you're at the rec center.
Yeah, I took my kids to the pool, and it's very weird.
Okay.
Dude, I've had Connor, but it's like different with a newborn. Everything's so different now. I don't know how you were. Did you get a chance to be around a lot when Val was very little?
Yeah. I mean, I was always there when she was born up until I think me and her mom split up like 2 years ago. So Val was like 3, almost going on 4. But yeah, like those whole first years, I was fully there.
That shit is scary when you don't know the answers to everything, huh?
Oh yeah.
Were you guys going to the hospital a lot, or like calling your relatives for answers?
I remember kind of calling people around and this and that. We didn't really go to like the hospitals too much unless she was really sick or had to like some kind of appointments. I went to like every single appointment when she was pregnant and stuff like that, like all the checkups and this and that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't remember there was probably only a couple times that we've had to take her in. One was recently, she fell off. She was jumping at her mom's house and she fell off and kind of sprained her wrist.
Oh shit.
That was just like 2 months ago.
It didn't take long for her to heal up from that, huh?
Nah, it was probably like a week or 2 and she was good. She was back to normal.
She's getting good at boxing, man.
Yeah.
It's surprising when you see a little kid get good like that.
Yeah. Saya was here for his first time yesterday. He's going to be pretty good.
He's a little naturally gifted,
he keeps
too.
at it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hit or miss with that. Not either you got it or you don't. It's also at that age if you like it or you don't.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Because you got to be interested in it.
Yeah, you definitely got to like it. Yeah, did you ever, when she was really little, did you ever obviously you can still ask yourself now, I wonder what she's going to be like when she's older, but my son's at an age where I still ask myself, what he's going to be like once he can just, start talking, maybe either a little bit younger than Connor or right about Connor's age.
You did I ever think about what it was going to be like?
Did her personality you imagined in your head when she was an infant kind of link up with you and what you imagined she was going to be like at this age?
Not really, honestly. No? I don't really know what I expected, but she's just now, she's just she's just really sassy, little sassy pants, little, just kind of, she's just really
just wait till she's a teenager,
outgoing.
Bro.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Dad.
almost. Like, she don't curse, but might as well. She's just like, hey, Dad, you suck, or this or that. We'll be playing and stuff, and, nah, she's really cool, though. She's really smart.
What if he grows up to hurt my feelings? He's like, your podcast fucking sucks, Dad.
Oh man,
I could do better.
Get the fuck out of my house. Like,
how do you pay the bills, Dad? Huh? Have you
like,
ever heard that joke?
Not with this.
You ever heard that joke? I forgot what comedian. He said something along the line like he was really real with his kids. He's like, hey, little man, look, I ain't paid the rent in 3 months, and
I have not.
We're in trouble.
No, what did the kids say?
I don't think he personified the kid, but it was just really funny how he said it.
I mean, imagine me telling Val that. She's just like, why? She gets confused as it is when I do pay rent and when I have money or this or that, and I'm like, all right, this is for the rent.
Yeah.
She's like, why? Why do you have to pay rent? And I'm like, so we can live here? I'm like, she's just like, why? And I'm just like, well, you don't understand, but you will.
You will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's just like, all right, because she's just like, can we have that money? And I'm like, no, this ain't my money. I'm like, this is the rent money.
I try to break it down, like to what Connor understands, like video games and points that he gets like in class and shit like that.
Yeah.
Because if I just use the dollars to him too, he's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? What do you mean the IRS? Who's the IRS?
Yeah, right. Yeah, they can't they can't grasp those concepts, you know.
Every time I'm on your phone, the IRS calls. What's going on? What's going on?
Yeah, she's already starting to ask me for like fucking Robux, which is the currency for the game Roblox. Like she plays Roblox on the computer.
Damn.
And she's like, Dad, can we get some Robux? And this and that. I'm like, what the fuck are those? And then we're at the supermarket the other day, and it's right next to like the PlayStation and Xbox and fucking Fortnite V-Bucks. It's like right there. It's like Robux, and they're like in fucking $10, $15, $25 fucking game fucking cards preloaded, you know. And it's just to buy shit in the game. Like currency.
Yeah, kind of like Fortnite money and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Just currency for them to buy skins and stuff
add-ons
like
and shit.
Yeah.
And
that's part of the reason why I couldn't tell her no. Like I'm gonna get some for next week because I mean, like I bought shit in Fortnite and skins like that. So I'm like, I'm like, all right, we'll get you some Robux.
You get it. You know, you game too.
Yeah, exactly.
Me, I don't really do none of that shit, so that shit doesn't fly with me.
Yeah. You're like, we ain't playing no fucking microtransactions pay to play.
We ain't buying shit on your Xbox. As soon as I got, it's funny how like they have a really good way of targeting kids.
Oh yeah.
Connor never had a fucking Xbox, and as soon as he got on it, within like 2 weeks, he knew about buying shit. He's like, can we buy this? Can we buy that? You need to buy it on the Xbox.
Oh, yeah, because they'll try to click something and it tells you right then. It's like to fucking unlock or whatever. You gotta purchase this or that.
See, but he can't even read that good. He can't read that's what's going on.
But they still know. They just see the dollar signs and the decimal and they're like, 99 or something. They're like, that's fucking money. Like, cause Val will do the same thing and she'll be like, can we buy this app or this game on her iPad or some shit? I'm like, no.
Yeah. I'd be giving him money for lunch, and I think he kind of flexes it at school.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think he kind of does what I did when I was a kid. He'll maybe buy, like, his friend something, but, like, the other kids will get jealous. You know what I'm saying?
Could be.
Yeah, maybe he's like me. Maybe he didn't fit in that much when I was a young kid, and I used to use my money to make friends because I had a little more.
You're like, I'm going to buy your friendship.
Yeah, kind of. I was kind of privileged as a kid, man, and then I go back and talk shit about it, but, I mean... I'm working your ass off to give me a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
But it's not like I'm fucking swimming in money. I'm still working my ass off now as an adult.
Yeah.
If I was a smart kid, that's where I question myself. Like with the young, if it's smart or a bad idea to start teaching them about savings and all that shit at a young age.
I think it's a good idea. I mean, I think it's a great idea. They don't teach you about that shit in school. They don't teach you about all this other stuff. You know, a lot of people, like you were talking about, how you just got an LLC.
Yeah.
And this and that. A lot of people will like set their kids up for success and put them like as like a primary name on their credit card and stuff like that. And then I just make the payments on time or this or that. By the time they're 18, like they got a fucking perfect credit score and this or that. And I think as long as you raise kids to be financially responsible and to understand shit like that, they'll be good and they'll be set up for success. I kind of wanted to look into that.
You can also,
Val.
like, there's, I don't know the exact loophole, but there's a way you can pay your kids, technically, if you have your business.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And it's like tax-free.
Tax write-off, yeah. You can write it off.
I don't know if it's tax-free or tax write-off, one of those two. But
putting you motherfuckers on game. Put your kids to work for your business. It don't even have to really be work. You could take a picture of them by like your company logo, and that's like what it is.
Yeah.
Like, that's the fucking.
That's their job.
Yeah. Or you can make them shovel shit. I was fucking. I remember Jack and TJ came out with me once, but it was regular for me out in California. We used to fucking install sprinklers and shit with my tío Esteban. I was like fucking. I was probably like 13 or 12 or 14 or something. So Jack was probably like 12, something like that. But that was straight up. That was straight up child labor laws. I remember he paid us like $20 for the day, and maybe bought us.
How long ago was that? Because
this
$20 a day wasn't bad at a
Nah,
kid,
it wasn't bad at the time for us as kids. This was like, I mean, yeah, like I said, we were 12, 14, so this was like probably like fucking 2002, maybe something like that, maybe 2003, 2004, around that era.
That's not bad.
It wasn't bad. It was
For a
like
12-year-old?
like just now in retrospect, I'm like, oh, like, you know, fuck that. But no, we had a fucking blast. I can't remember what exactly we did with the money. We might have bought Pokemon cards or some other shit or little Pokemon figures. But I remember he also bought us like In and Out.
Oh, well, that's a hell of a hookup right there.
Yeah, dead ass. It was
just
pretty
getting
good.
some fucking In and Out. That's like a $30 expense.
It was it was pretty nice at the time.
I was gonna ask you, how the fuck were you getting In and Out as a kid? We didn't have it here till recent, but I forgot you said in California.
Oh yeah. This was in California.
Huh.
My tío Esteban, who passed away now, it was his son, I believe, like one of my cousin Fabian's.
Uh-huh.
He was like the owner, like of the like sprinkler and landscaping business, stuff like that. But I remember that's the main thing we would do is like digging to put the sprinklers in, like, you know, underground and shit.
Oh, well, you got a good little tech. What do you call it? Little you learn something.
Oh yeah, I've always kind of worked and done shit since an early age. My mom was like the manager at these apartment buildings in LA also. Like I used to fucking sweep. Like I used to sweep outside and in the back and shit, and she'd make me do that shit like in the summertime.
Chores.
And, yeah, basically. And I remember I used to hate it. Like I'd fucking do a half-ass job at it, and I was a shitty employee. Like if I could go back now, like I said, I would have like gone now and I would have done a, you know, stand-up job at sweeping and doing all this shit.
Yeah, you don't look at it that way at that age, but like they are paying you to fucking do something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I mean, my mom didn't exactly say she was going to give me money, but she would, like, you know, if I wanted to go to the movies or this or that, she would basically, that's what it would be like, is, all right, well, you got to fucking go sweep and do all this shit outside.
That seems fair to me.
And I'd still, I mean, I'd still do it, you know, the fucking, the malas.
Labor for money. That's the way you do it.
Yeah.
It's the way the world rotates.
Yeah, definitely. So, I try to teach Val that as much as I can.
You think you'd be okay with yourself if you own one of those multi-billion-dollar companies that if you really dug down deep enough in your work supply chain or work chain, there's like slavery going on?
What do you mean?
It's not
like,
real slavery,
like
but
sweatshops and stuff like
but
that?
they compare it to slavery.
I don't know. I feel like if I was in charge of a company like that, I would purposely not do business that way.
You would make it your mission to like pay everybody equally and
pretty much, yeah.
Keep your business in America.
I think it's all greed, like why they do that shit, like, you know, like Nike and all these giant ass corporations, because they're making so much money now that I feel like they could afford to not fucking be doing that shit.
But can they though? Maybe they fucking can't, and we're over here bitching about it like they can't. Like I haven't read their books. Maybe it's not worth it if they're doing it over here.
Well, I honestly don't think that. There's plenty of like American shoes and American.
What if it's like
companies
something horrible, like if it's like you're losing like 60%? That's a big change in your life.
I mean, then I guess I can see from their business point, but I don't know.
Just imagine having to pay someone $1 versus $23 an hour.
Nah, hell no, that's bullshit, bro. I get what you mean, but not like it only costs like fucking $5-10 to make them fucking shoes, and they're selling them for fucking.
Do you know that though?
Yeah,
I don't know that. I've heard that too, and I'm like, it only costs $3, but maybe it fucking doesn't.
I'm pretty sure if they sell fucking Payless shoes for the same thing, those Nikes are made out of the same material.
You think so?
Yeah.
Because I thought so. Like I'd be like, I'm gonna buy some cheap shoes. And I felt the difference. Like shoes are one of the few things that I'm like, okay, I'm gonna agarrarlo de marca because like it's gonna feel good.
I don't know, man. Like
Go buy some of those piece of shits at fucking I can't say
I
the
can't
store.
even
Maybe I'll get in
say
trouble.
I can't even say Skechers anymore because Skechers are actually good now.
Yeah,
Like,
Skechers are
and
expensive
yeah,
now.
they're expensive. Yeah, they're not fucking like what
Go
they
put
used
on
to be.
a $20 pair of shoes at Walmart, and then see if they compare to your Air Maxes.
I know
Feel-wise.
they don't.
Yeah.
I know they don't. But
I used to feel the same way, but then I tried. Shoes are the one thing I don't bitch about with spending money because I'm like, I see the difference in quality.
I
What do you
think
think about
still-
that? You think those collector shoes you have are all $5 down the road?
It really just depends. So I have sneakers that are like more expensive that, like you said, you could tell the material's like just way better. But then I have some pairs that are also equally as expensive, but the materials are shit. It kind of just depends. Like once you get more into like sneakers, you know what brands or like what silhouettes have like better leather. Like the Jordan 3s, in my opinion, and I think a lot of people would agree, have some of the best leather as far as like quality and how it holds up. It's pretty good. But then you have other shoes that are from Nike or Jordan that the leather's like shit and it'll fall apart, quick.
Dude, that's a coincidence. When I used to wear Jordans, that was my favorite one, the 3.
The
three
three
and the-
favorites.
three
I
and-
think it's probably my favorite.
3 and 7 I remember my favorite when I used to wear Jordan. Now I'm just like, I don't know.
I like the 3s or the 4s and the 5s.
5s are
Probably in
cool
that
too.
order. Yeah.
Yeah.
It just really depends, but yeah, there is a difference. I mean, if you buy like a $200 pair of like a Jordan, like a main staple Jordan, meaning like Jordan 1 through like 15,
they still cost $20 to make that shit.
Nah, fuck no. You're not
Yeah,
making.
well,
You're not making.
How much you think it costs to make?
Dude, have you seen a retro? That's what's a high
Maybe
quality
they're like
looking
40
shoe.
or $50 to make. They could sell them for 100.
Have you seen the
Like a
black
Jordan.
metallic
Still be like a
fives?
double. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are amazing. Those have to be expensive to make.
It depends. Like if it's leather, like suede, your usual pair of Jordans, say if it's all leather, like a Jordan 1, so like a couple panels and stuff, it's probably like $40 to $50 in material.
Plus the
around
labor.
there. Maybe $30 to $50 as far
Call
as
it 40.
material cost.
Call it 40.
I
He
guess
knows.
so.
He knows his stuff.
So,
That's-
so at $40, they could
that's
still.
just the material, though. You still got to pay people from the chain.
But they ain't paying them shit. They ain't paying them jack shit.
But that's what I'm saying. Imagine you have to do it, all of it here. How much you're gonna pay how much more you got to pay? Because there's the guy who makes it. There's that guy.
But you
poor
don't.
fucking
But you don't.
bastard.
So you still don't think the CEOs are getting fucking hundreds of thousands? Like they could sacrifice some of that money to pay some of these
Maybe,
fuckers better.
but
I think they
maybe-
could, but they don't want to. They're all greedy fuckers. Like they make too much
Hmm.
money, bro. Like with all the sales that they make, like I can guarantee you, just like a bunch of other corporations, they make too much fucking money. Like they could fucking.
Well, there are some great examples of what you're saying. Like Elon Musk keeps everything here in America.
Yeah.
He has like one of the biggest companies in the world, I would say. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, other people could do shit. They just don't want to. For
A
their
lot of it,
own
too,
financial reasons.
is like the flex, So for example, like Louis Vuitton, that shit, like Louis Vuitton is like a couple $1,000s, and yeah, like that's good leather, but like the leather you're paying for doesn't cost, like it's not $2,000 in material.
Oh yeah, that's
like
just
leather.
name brand also.
Yeah, like it's probably
Yeah.
like maybe like $500-$600 at most, like what that good leather costs.
To make that.
Yeah, plus maybe a counter like a couple $100 for like assembly, but they're still making a couple $100 or a couple of racks off of like shit that you're not getting a couple $1,000s worth of leather.
yeah,
like, you're
guarantee
mainly
because you could
paying
buy a
for
leather
the-
jacket from somewhere else,
Yeah, you're
like
mainly just
100%
paying
leather.
for the flex and the name brand to say like I have Louis Vuitton. Like there's certain brands that are just expensive just so you can just to flex basically.
See, in a perfect
Everybody's
world,
gonna
if they just cut their losses, that'd be cool. But if they all moved over here, we'd be paying a lot more for shit too.
I think so.
We would. I mean, it'd probably cost another $100 to get a pair of Jordans compared to what they are now.
Yeah. I don't know. That's kind of how it already fucking feels like.
Well,
you
yeah,
know, when
if-
shit sells out and the off market and reselling and shit like that.
And then everything just feels like I don't know shit about inflation and shit. I'm just kind of going based off what I've noticed in my life. Like the dollar doesn't do shit anymore, dude. It's fucking dollar's worthless.
Oh yeah.
The 20 is a new fucking $10 bill.
That's pretty much what they like. I kind of read some study about. I mean, yeah, like people are saying that the dollar will be worthless or fucking something at some point in our generation. I don't know how soon that is.
That's when like shit happens, like famine and stuff, or like people like can't afford to eat, and then like society start breaking down.
I don't understand. Well, I don't understand it too. I was just hearing today, like one of my coworkers was talking about how Ukraine's asking us for like certain billions amount of dollars, and we've already, like, America has already given them all this money, and not only them, but I'm just like, well, where the fuck, is all our money? Like, if they're funding that much fucking money overseas and shit like that, like,
I really am not educated enough to say. I mean, I'm looking at it from what I know, I would say maybe they're worried about. Maybe if they don't fund Ukraine, maybe they're worried about Putin winning. And
I get that. That's exactly what it was saying. Like, I mean, yeah, they need funding for, I think, fucking missiles and all this other shit. Like,
dude, I don't know, man. It's so crazy how we like. At least me, maybe some people. There's some people freaking out in their basement right now, but like. We're really close to shit popping off. Like, like
Russia and all, and I think Russia and China, right, are like uniting forces.
I don't fucking know, but it's not looking good for us.
I think they want to fuck us up. I think they want to.
That's see, that's the one thing. Like, it sucks. Like when I was single, this would have been a lighter subject in my head. Now that I got a family, it's fucking terrifying.
Oh yeah. It's like I think about my daughter. If I didn't have her, I really wouldn't care. I'd be like, well, the world's gonna end. Fuck it, let's go do some blow, this or that. Let's go let's party it up. But I gotta stay stable and strong faced amidst the all the chaos for my family, for my daughter.
Yeah, but like, have you thought down to like apocalyptic levels? Like, let's say something really bad happens where supermarkets close, there's no fucking cell phone data anywhere.
I have thought about that. I really don't know 100%.
That right there will kill like a lot of people. Just as soon as markets for sources of food shut down and internet goes away, we're fucked.
Yeah,
I got some guns and some bullets, but I don't think I have. Hopefully, if what I have is enough to get me by till someone rescues me, but maybe no one's coming.
I was gonna say if shit pops off like that, I don't know who's getting rescued. Like, I imagine, like, not zombies exactly, but I just think of The Walking Dead. Like, I mean, that's probably just how shit would be, and everyone's looting and taking shit for themselves and taking what they could get. Like,
a client asked me a really complicated question the other day. We were talking about that, and I'm gonna ask you, like, if it came down to it, like, just picture this scenario, like. It's some kind of like, call it whatever you want in your scenario.
Like we
used something that's at a realistic. It's not really just a scenario. He's like, we're not gonna relate it to war in this one. Just like, imagine like it's down to the moment where like the zombies are coming at you. You're out of bullets. You got one bullet left, and the zombies are coming. And you know that if you don't like, it's either you. What are you gonna use that bullet for? It's just you and your daughter. You're gonna put her out. You're gonna put yourself out and just. Hope for the best for her, or are you going to shoot that zombie and then just get both eaten together?
I don't know, man. That's pretty fucked up.
That's fucked up.
I wouldn't want to shoot my daughter, even though.
But imagine both of you getting eaten at the same time.
Even though it's a grace, and like I'm saving her, like the physical act of me doing that, I just couldn't. Like, I wouldn't want to be that to be the last thing I did before I get eaten by zombies either. Like.
As soon as you shoot at the zombie's like, oh, dude, what?
Right? They're like, hey, we it wasn't that
dude.
Serious.
Oh shit,
like,
dude.
we were a little hungry. We were gonna take a leg. We're gonna take a leg or two, but you didn't have to do that.
We're gonna take you, dude. You what the fuck? Haven't you ever seen movies? Kids don't get eaten, dude.
Right? They're like, look at all these cars she could have crawled under.
Yeah. Kids are like lactose intolerant.
That's one thing I was thinking of when you said that. I was thinking of like in the first season, like when Glenn hides under the tank or some shit like that. I was like, she could probably get away. I mean, I just don't understand. I just don't know how she'd react. Like, yeah, I could fucking be like, Val, you have to survive. Hide under that car, and then just blow my fucking brains out. And then she's just like, what the fuck? Like,
what? Yeah, but are you okay with that thought, or are you gonna?
Nah, that's fucked up because that's just me taking the coward's way out too, and then not like leaving my daughter to fend for some zombies. Like. Yeah. That's fucked up. I think I just try to shoot one and I try to like crawl under a car.
That's it though. There's no way out. This is it. This is it.
Then we get eaten together.
This is your last three choices. We'll get eaten
together. I'll fucking hold her and be like, I'll get eaten first. Then just be like, I'll have in a fetal position.
I would do that.
They can eat through all my bones and she'll be like safe in like a fucking cage of my skeleton. Like
they're parched. Dude, I'm fucking parched.
Right?
Oh shit, dude, there's a little girl.
They're
in
like,
there.
later, we'll save her for tomorrow.
All right, we'll come back tomorrow.
Right. That's fucked. Yeah, they'll just eat me, and she's just safe like in my rib cage or some shit.
I would
like,
probably try that, but then as soon as I feel like okay, they're gonna eat through me and then eat her, I would just fucking I would shoot my son.
I don't know how fucking I don't know how fast you'll lose consciousness through that, like just being eaten through like.
I don't know. Hopefully enough with adrenaline pumping.
Just fucking your back.
I see. You don't have any kids. What do you? How would you take this scenario?
I'm sorry. What if I was being?
Just imagine you have a kid, but you don't have a kid. So I want to see kind of what your scenario is. You theoretically, would you save your future son? Like shoot yourself, shoot the zombie, and then just both get eaten, or shoot him and then you get eaten? There's no way
how
out.
Old is the kid?
He's about 5. You've bonded with him for a while.
Yeah, I mean, if he's about 5, I don't know, man. I would probably try to like give him the gun, even if there's a 1 bullet left, and tell him to like run, and then I would like try to distract the zombies so they could like eat me. And
that is a good. Why did we not think of that?
That's a noble answer.
Yeah, at that point it's up to fate. Like if he's meant to live, like I did what I could to keep him alive.
Just go.
Yeah, if like another person finds him that like has a group or like helps him, or he could just get eaten right after that. Like he could not know how to fire the gun, or he could miss and then they eat him. But I'll be dead at that point. In my mind, if in shit, I'll like hope and think that like he survived and. I don't know.
So yeah,
you're just in the afterlife, and 2 seconds later, he's just like, "Hey, Dad, so I didn't make it.
Oh, hey, Dada.
I couldn't pull the trigger on time.
You never showed me how to use this thing. I couldn't cock it back.
Right, just, like it was stuck.
There's a bullet hole coming. I accidentally shot myself.
Fuck. Yeah,
that's fucked up.
Yeah, that's still a better, smarter answer than we came up with.
Yeah, our answer was shitty. Just cover them and they were both dying.
Yeah.
I don't know. I heard there's a movie like that because when I told my client my answer, he's like, "There's a movie, dude. Yeah, we're like, I think it's The Mist, or like he has to he has to like kill his son."
I think he kills his whole family. It's fucked up, like because there's these monsters that only appear in the smoke, and then at the end they're like locked in a convenience store.
Yeah.
And I think he fucking. Like, the monsters are coming. Like, they're about to fucking kill them. Like, that's what they think for sure. So I think he does. I think he puts out his, like, maybe, like, his daughter, his son, and maybe a few other people that I don't remember if they're family or they're just in their group. But he, like, that's what they agree on. They're like, we're going to kill ourselves. And then he's like, I'll kill you guys and then be the final one. I think right when he kills them, some helicopters or something show up and they like blew away the mist, like dead ass. I think that's exactly how it ends. Like,
it's fucking horrible.
Yeah, it is, and he's just like, oh, what the fuck, like, and I think I don't know if he gets arrested or whatever the fuck or what happens.
He gets arrested still. It's fucked up.
I don't know.
You're doing time, buddy.
I would assume if he killed everyone, like I don't remember if they know about the monsters when they come or if they're just like, what the fuck is going on?
The cops might not know what's in the mist.
Yeah, I can't remember. I would have
to
rewatch the movie.
He just massacred everybody in a fucking wherever the fuck.
That's what I think. I would think no matter what, they're just like, well, where are these fucking so-called monsters, sir? Like you gunned down these fucking 3 people in this convenience store. That'd
be a crazy twist of the movie. He's just been crazy the whole time. It's like 2:00. He just held up a grocery store.
It was just in his head the whole time.
There's a movie I saw like that where he pretends like he like checks in his family to the hospital, and then like hours go by. He's like, dude, what's going on? Where the fuck's my wife and my daughter or something like that? And they're like, sir, you've never checked in your wife or your daughter. What the fuck are you talking about?
That sounds kind of familiar.
At the end, he finds out he accidentally like killed his daughter, and in like fear of his wife snitching, I think he kills her too or something like that. It's a good one. It was on Netflix.
Yeah, it kind of sounds familiar.
That'd be fucking crazy, huh? You ever worry about like you ever losing your mind like that? Sometimes I worry about it, and it hasn't happened to me anything, but like sometimes when I forget something. Like, fuck, what if when I'm really old I start hallucinating and like I just lose it and start saying ridiculous shit?
I don't really think so because we like a lot of that shit is hereditary.
And so?
Yeah, like Alzheimer's and memory loss and shit like that. And As far as I know, I mean, you know, our grandma on my mom's side, I don't think she. I know she suffered from other things like lung cancer and stuff like that. I believe. Maybe not cancer, but I know she had like one of those stoma things, and I don't know. I know she was sick from something, but I don't think she ever had memory loss or anything, right? If I'm correct, and I know for sure like my grandparents on my dad's side don't, like they're still alive and they're sharp. So I don't feel like that would be in my family, but I could be wrong. Like, what if I smoke too much weed and they're like, "Sir, you smoked yourself stupid."
I think it'd be. I mean, obviously it sucks because like in most movies you see like they can't handle it, but like, imagine if you could access that kind. We might have talked about this before. Where imagine if you can access, like, if you train yourself to access that part or that percentage or that level of your brain, where like you could imagine and like you've tapped into your imagination so much, you can imagine like someone sitting there and it'll look just like if you was there in your head and your perception of life. That makes sense?
Yeah, but then how would you're just like picturing someone there?
Yeah, obviously right now I can
but
like
you know that.
Like, just imagine right now, random thing. I'm saying, I'm imagining Abraham Lincoln sitting in that barber chair, turning this chair over.
But you're
and then
saying, what if you
tipping
could really fucking visually
you could you actually saw everything detail for detail.
So you could, but if only you could see that, and you're trying to tell someone else, they would still think you're crazy.
Oh no, I'm not
matter
gonna
what.
tell anybody. I think that'd be, I just think that'd be really cool to have.
I mean, yeah,
I don't think I'd ever be bored.
Yeah, I guess so.
Maybe those people do have that access to their brain, and we just call them crazy.
I don't know. I don't do it visually, but I feel like audio, I pretty much have that. I don't know how to explain it to you. Like even if I'm not listening to music, I can fucking play like a full song in my head.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty common, but
yeah,
I feel like
that's something similar to what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You can actually experience the song in your head.
Yeah, like, and I can do that, and I don't even. Sometimes I'll catch myself just doing it. I mean, I try to listen to music all the time, but sometimes when I'm not, like I'll realize that I'm fucking making music in my head, and it'll be like maybe whatever song I was listening to last, or sometimes in the morning it'll be whatever song I was listening to at night, and I will realize that. But yeah, I'll just be like fucking. Like, in my head, I can fucking, hear the whole song. Like, it's not like I'm just humming the lyrics or whatever the fuck,
That's really weird that we do that as a person, too. Like, there's a lot of things our brain could have done, but we decided to recreate a song in our head.
Oh, yeah. You're
earlier, spinning back to what the fuck we said. Why the fuck were we both thinking of Anya on a fucking Monday? Like, the chances that you today sang that song and I sang that song
it's kind of weird.
It's fucking weird.
Yeah, it is.
You believe in coincidences like that, or you think that
me and Jack like have always kind of been synced like that too, or we'll be like thinking about certain shit or talk about the same shit or say the same shit. But I feel like I don't know. I do feel like kind of what you're talking about, like waves or something. What if like I feel like brain waves kind of do send
like
out
information's being sent out from an unknown
kind of
source.
like radio towers or something. Like it could easily be something like that, and we don't even really realize it. What if like when you were singing that fucking, and what if it's the same way? Because I walked in here singing that shit when you told me. What if I don't know? I'm just saying you were singing it earlier and you just had these what if you've had these brain waves out, and when I got in proximity with you, somehow I just picked up that shit because I got close enough to you and I was thinking of that fucking song that you said you were singing earlier.
So you hadn't had. That could make sense, too, because you just thought of it randomly.
I hadn't sang it at all during the day.
When was the last time you remember singing that song?
Probably fucking, I don't know, maybe.
You can't remember, right?
Maybe last week at some point.
Okay, so it's not that new.
No,
so you heard it maybe last week.
No, like I have, like sometimes I will think of it or sing it, and it's funny because when I'm playing video games, I think that's when it comes up, like sillily, like I'll die or something or fucking, do something stupid in the game, and I'll sing it. Like to my brother or to whoever I'm playing with, you know what I mean?
Okay, so that changes things because it's not completely out of your life. It's not like we both haven't thought of the song in 5 years and it just magically happened.
But I didn't think about it at all today, and like until I fucking got here for whatever.
But can you say you've listened to it in the last days or sang it in the last 7 days?
Nah, like I said, maybe it's been a week or more, maybe.
Okay. That still makes more sense.
I still
than
think
it just being completely random.
I still think it's
maybe everything has an explanation and we're just fucking crazy.
Nah, I don't think so. I mean, I think everything has an explanation, but I don't think we're crazy. Like, I think we might be onto something.
No one that's crazy thinks they're crazy. They're all right in their head.
That's true.
You're crazy is what they all fucking say.
Yeah. I think everyone's fucking a little crazy nowadays.
We're all a little crazy. It's hard to figure out what's really going on here. What do you think's going on here?
I don't fucking know, man. I'm just here for the ride.
You just don't bother yourself with questioning it?
I mean, kind of. Like, I was raised religious, so I believe there's, like, a God or, like, I don't know. Sometimes
I definitely believe in God, but that's not to say that, like,
no, yeah,
I don't know,
everything's
like,
just too perfect. I feel like you have to believe in, like, something. Like, I don't know. There's, I feel like somebody or some force that, like, pulls strings, you know, behind it. But I feel like at the end of the day, we still have, like, choice, and I don't know. You kind of
you can do whatever you want on this map, but you feel like somebody created this map.
you can dance if you want to.
yeah,
Quote,
yeah,
unquote,
but same
yeah.
the way like you think. Like, I don't know. I think just shit you think about, and like, I don't know. It all comes just from within you. You know what I mean? We're all products of like our environment and other things, but I think like the way you think and shit. And like thoughts, like how you were kind of saying, you think thoughts are just something that we pick up like out of the air, like
Like if
someone
they're
puts
actual
them there.
things, yeah, they're actually just
Yeah.
floating around everywhere.
I don't really think that much into it. Like, I don't know. I think a lot of people like to think that we're more like spiritual than we are. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
saying I don't completely like believe or like don't believe in spirituality, but I think people like look really into it and then I don't know, just try to find like meaning and shit that's not really there. Like,
So what do you think happens when just like good conversation exists? Like we've talked for easily over 100 hours, maybe. No, not maybe like over 60 hours all three. I mean, in life more than that, but I mean like on just a
Here.
recording here, like what 60,
Yeah.
70 hours,
Maybe.
and it just kind of like it kind of just bounces back and forth, back and forth. You think that it's just a trait that we have, like just being able to conversate with a vibe, or you think that maybe it is waves going back and forth, and we kind of get some stimulus from perceiving all this, like we're sharing a wave, man. You ever heard that? Like you're not on the same wave as us?
Yeah, definitely.
What if we are on a certain wave and we just we're vibing off? I don't know how to fucking say that. Sound like a goddamn hippie.
Well, I do believe that because that's just why certain people click with certain people.
We're on the same vibe, man.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like certain people click with certain people.
So it could be a frequency then. Like obviously we're looking at two maybe like computer-wise mathematics. I mean, maybe there is a quote-unquote frequency that certain people match up on.
Yeah.
Maybe that's, I don't know, that makes a lot more sense. I never analyzed it.
I don't know. I'm gonna do some research into that. I feel like maybe there's already been research into that, and we are just dumbasses. Like we're gonna look it up. Like, yeah, motherfuckers. Like we've already established this 2 years ago.
Oh,
you
yeah,
guys
yeah.
are sending out brain waves to each other.
Yeah, brainwave frequencies?
Yeah.
We've been known about those.
Yeah. Like, where have you been for the last 2 years?
Ah, you fucking
I
asshole.
picture like those fucking nerds from like y'all watched Drake and Josh back in the day, like that one pimply fucker and the other dude, and they're like the fucking, I don't know, like these nerds that like,
Oh, you mean Wavylons, and he just laughs at you or
yeah,
some shit.
something like, yeah, basically, yeah. Yeah, like,
Fucking asshole. I like people that are smart, but when you're like asshole smart.
yeah,
I
like
don't
arrogant,
it.
smart, yeah, like I've seen that shit so many times in my life, like, yeah, like I don't mind, like, yeah, if you're smarter than me and you have stuff to teach me, that's cool, but yeah, like I've had people that are humble about it, and I've known people that are fucking condescending about it. And try to make you feel dumb for not knowing what they know. And I'm like, dude, like, I don't fucking know this shit. Like,
If you could have one or the other, and they told you can either be like whatever level 100 is on the quote unquote book smart, like you're just smart, you know, like scientifically, mathematically, all that shit.
yeah.
Would you take that? Or level 100 of whatever wise is? You know what I mean by wise versus smart?
Kind of.
What would you prefer? Max level wisdom or max level intelligence?
I don't know. I feel like those are kind of the same. Like,
Not really, though. Because if you were just really smart, you don't have wisdom and you look at everything too mathematically. I mean, you look and perceive life differently. Kind of you're comparing,
well,
like,
then, yeah, I wouldn't want to be smart. Like, there's a lot of people that are
Like-
quote unquote smart, yeah, that have degrees and this and that, but they're dumbasses and they're still not doing shit.
yeah, but
So I guess, yeah, I would choose wisdom, max wisdom.
there are a lot of people who are wise and aren't doing shit with their life either. They're just fucking
but if I
hippies,
was
like-
but if I was wise, yeah, I'd probably be like a hippie, and I'd probably be wise enough to not care about things, and I'd just be chill and zen. I'd be like Confucius say,
Fuck this.
smoke it up, brothers. Like fuck your job, fuck your 9 to 5.
It's crazy how they like even from a kid they train you to live this life we've created. But yeah, you could just be chill. You don't need any of this dumb shit.
Well, there's plenty of people. I've already seen it. Like I've seen people. Like I'm not saying everyone has the means to do this, but some people can. Like you know, if you were to buckle down and try to live a minimalist lifestyle,
Yeah.
there's people that have turned their vans into like a kind of camping thing, and they legit live from fucking town to town. And I don't know. I mean, I like, you know, they fucking, I don't know what you would. I know what some of them do for money. Like some of them do odd jobs here and there. Some of them have like
Yeah, well, you
solar.
have to live. You know,
Yeah,
living
yeah,
costs
for
money,
sure.
but
yeah, there's people that just that don't care, that live out of their vans or cars or something like that, and just go from place to place. And
do you really think they don't care, or do you think that they might have just fucked up in life and they got used to it and now they're just playing?
Some of them might just be like, well, maybe some of them do just kind of quit or something and just go, oh, I can go here and start over or something like that. But no, I've seen some that are legit, like at least what I think is, you know, like happy and they're just fucking living it up, kind of like beach bums. There's this one dude that I think he lives off of Venice, but he constantly goes back. I think he does deliveries or some shit, and he constantly goes back and forth to other states. And I don't know, shit like that kind of seems cool. Like I said, if you have no family or nothing else,
yeah,
you know,
it's so different when you have. Well, you could take your family with you.
Or I was thinking, even if once my daughter is older, I could be like Matthew McConaughey in that Beach Bum movie, just an old ass fucking dude.
Yeah,
Once my daughter's in college, I'm like, all right, daughter, you make your own way. I'm gonna fucking go the hippie way.
Yeah, dude, I honestly I didn't think about it like that, but I've thought about it like my life is gonna be so much more emotionally chill when both the kids are like at least 15.
Yeah,
and I know they're not gonna die, like they're not a danger to themselves. Obviously, they could still die.
I don't know though. I was gonna say I don't know how chill it will be though. Like once they're 15, they're little assholes. You still got like a good 4 or 5 years
let's
of
say
probably
18.
dealing with their headaches.
Let's see 18. Yeah, they're about to start their adulthood.
Yeah.
I got a long time left, man. I got 18 years left.
Yeah.
You got what? 13?
Yeah, she's gonna be 6 right now. So.
Dude, imagine if when we're that fucking old, we're still on here talking to each other. We're just old as fuck. It's been another 15 years.
It could happen. It could happen.
Yeah, and we're both on TRT, and we've made it in the podcast world.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, we're just buff as shit talking about when we were young.
Like, man, I remember when I was a little shrimp.
You remember when we used to do that stuff back in the day? Back in the day,
we used to.
Did you ever listen to the Mike Tyson's podcast when he had his co-host with the deep voice?
Once or twice.
That really turned me off from that show. I didn't like it. I thought it was hilarious when he got real emotional. Like, he'd be like, Mike, one time you said this quote, and it was, you don't know how much damage it's taken to be this peaceful. And you don't know. Like, he starts breaking down. His voice is too deep. You can't take him serious.
Yeah.
And then Mike's just like, coffee with you.
Oh, fuck, no. It's like all he could say.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you liked our conversation about whatever the fuck we just talked about. It's really like that. Like people, when I bring people on here, they're always like, "What do you guys talk about?"
Yeah, I mean,
I don't
really,
fucking know,
we
dude.
can talk about whatever we want, whatever comes up, whatever brain waves.
Whatever waves we're on, bro.
Next time, if you're watching and you're gonna be a guest on here, just fucking go with the flow, go with the vibe. Let your brain waves out, and we'll try to read each other's brain waves.
Yeah. And if you feel that scared, I'd say take some notes. Write some little notes.
I'd say take a drink or two. That's what I used to do. I haven't drank in I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 episodes. I don't know if you guys notice or if you guys pay attention, but
You doing that with an intention or it just happened?
Nah, kind of intentional. I just don't want to always drink, and I feel like I don't really need it as much anymore because I would do it kind of because I was nervous or I was thinking of I needed to loosen up a bit.
Just hang loose.
Yeah, hang loose. But
yeah, maybe you were nervous at first.
I feel like now I'm cool.
Yeah, it's whatever. It's just fun conversation.
Yeah. There's no pressure.
All right, my friends. It's been nice talking to you. We're going to get you on with a little outro music. I would have played another video from the guy whose video I put on the last one, but dude, look, I'll leave it this way. You look like a scary motherfucker. You look like you're 6'4", bald, and a bunch of shitty tattoos everywhere. You'll probably hurt me if I say something horrible. So if you're listening to this, I don't know what the fuck pissed you off, dude, but I fucking work 6 days a week, about 16 hours. I got kids, man. I got a family. I got shit going on. You've kind of made it. You got 50,000 followers. I don't, buddy. So if you listen to this, like if you want to take a second chance, I'm cool. I don't know what the fuck happened. But it was kind of a emotionally childish move for you to make. I don't know if you really felt that fucking offended because I didn't answer you quick. But based on your response, you thought you were doing me a favor. So I tried to come across you the right way. I didn't ask you for a favor. I was going to pay you for it. You're saying you're willing to negotiate. That's cool. But I was going to pay you for it.
No favors.
Hashtag no favors. If I can't fucking afford you, I can't fucking afford you. If you want to be a dickhead and say, well, I'll charge you $100K. Well, guess what? I can't have you on here. It's okay. Just thought I'd make you an offer, buddy. But we all thought your videos were hilarious, dude. That video was blowing up with that fucking crackhead you recorded. It's got features and shit. You know what I'm talking about? That video? Everybody saw it.
Yeah.
But I had to take it off at your request, and that's fine. But we're out, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate you, and we'll see you on the next one.
Peace out.
Fade it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna fade it out.
Okay, Peter. I still can't fucking get that.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, Peter. We're gonna go drink some drinks down at the Clam.
Oh, but Marge, I don't ever get a chance to go out.
I for sure can't do a homer. I know that.
I don't know if that was good or not. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. We'll see ya.
Anywho.